In this webinar, we are going to talk about what do investment banks actually do. In very simple terms, we can split down banks in two basic functions, retail and investment banks. Now, it is possible with the banks to just do one or other thing. Like Goldman Sachs is largely an investment bank, whereas JP Morgan, HSBC do both. So retail banking is a bread and butter for the bank in many ways. This is organizing mortgages and loans for retail investors, businesses, and also organizing saving accounts to pay cash. On one side, retail banks take money in from investors in saving accounts, and on other side, it lends out to the people interested in mortgages and loans. So ideally, as a bank, you give away less to savers and grab more from your borrowers. That way, it make profit. However, it is often seen lowest already safe cash flow generation. So now let's look at the investment banking. I'm gonna look at four basic bread and butter activities of investment banking. So the first is proprietary trading. Now, I have my own money in my account. I can gamble it on horses, spread betting, invest in shares, properties, etc. etc. Similarly, investment bank can also do the same. Investment bank have their own funds. They also raise money from investors that can be gambled often in a spectacular amount. So the bank's team of traders bet on currencies, commodities, bonds, shares and so forth. And if they take it right, they make money like any good gambler would. Their aim is to employ good gambler from the market whom they like, therefore outwit anyone else in the market who is doing the same job. And this activity to gamble the bank money in order to make money is called proprietary trading. Now, second is market making. As a retail investors or any other investors, if you want to buy Walmart shares, you need a market. That market is provided by organizations such as London Stock Exchange. But market need buyers and sellers, otherwise it won't work. So if I want to buy 10,000 Walmart shares, I need to be pretty sure if I go to the market, there should be a seller for at least that many shares, otherwise there is no market, or otherwise I have to hunt around on my own. So market making is an important function of investment bank. What investment bank often commit to do at London Stock Exchange is trade regularly so that other people can do. They literally make the market. And it is a very prestigious and a good public relationship thing for banks to do. Now, the third activity for investment bank is M&A advisory or merger and acquisition advisory. Companies are actually doing deals, merging with each others or buying each other. For example, in airline industry, one company is buying other. Bank makes decent fee on advising these companies. So the target buyer approach a bank and seek an advice on timing. When should we go for the deal? Need advice on structuring it? Will it be a cash or a composition of cash and debt both? They need help for regulators. What documents needs to be sorted out? They need some help screening the target and due diligence to make sure what they are buying and so on. So that sort of job can be passed to the investment bank, and they generally take a cut of the size of the deal. The bigger the deal, more bank will earn. Now, fourth and a very major and important activity of investment banks are corporate events and new issue. Investors reach to bank to raise funds to do M&A activities or invest in a capital expenditure plan. They want to issue shares or bond depending on what they want to issue. The bank can help them in a number of ways to issue equity. For example, when they should raise the fund, is it a good time or a bad time depending on the market, who all are the buyers available in the market. So more important is how do I market or publish this issue, whom we can sell these shares to on behalf of the company. So the bank might do a roadshow to investors or pension fund on behalf of the company who wants to issue the shares or a bond. So this is majorly about the investment banks. Now we have a fair idea about retail and investment bank and exactly what banks exactly do.